And welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Series 30 American lock. Well, this is one of the locks that came in that lot of American locks that I got. And, well, as you guys can probably see down in there, I don't know if you can. Let me grab my little light and see if I can make that a little clearer. Alright, so if you guys can see down there, there's no screw in this lock, so therefore it's not an interchangeable core until I drill it out. And well, that's exactly what I plan on doing after I pick this open for you guys. So let me go ahead and we'll do that. And I'm going to kind of go crutchless this time. My crutch is generally clamping up in the vise, and I'm just going to go without doing that this time. I'm going to grab a 50 thousandths pry bar. I'm going to grab a Sparrow's short hook. And I'm going to pick off this little ledge right here. Let's see if I can hold this to where you can see it in the camera pretty well. There we go. And we'll zoom in just a little bit. Click from 3. Click from 1. Another click from 1. That's on 2. Click from 3. Click from 4. We'll click from 2. You know, my big crutch is that vise, and not using it, I am really missing it, guys. You get so used to picking in that method, you kind of fall into a trap that I've fallen into, kind of a little bit of a false sense of security. You kind of almost forget how to pick a lock out of hand. There, I think I got pin 1 that time. Get some positive clicks. Definitely dropping some pins here. Got 3 clicks there out of that one. Okay, there we go. It feels like I put me into just a little bit of a false set. Okay, I want to grab a little bit deeper hook. See if I can get a better purchase on pin 1. Okay, pin 1 doesn't need to go. That was pin 4. Okay, pin 3. This thing just isn't playing nice with me today. Don't normally have this much trouble picking an American lock. There we go. I knew if I concentrated hard enough I'd get it, so it is picked open now. All right, so the next thing is we're going to drill this thing out. But before I do that, I want to talk to you guys just a little bit. A few things coming up is I am rapidly approaching 500. I'm going to be at 470 well before you guys actually see this video, because this video is probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 475. Just guessing. Well, I want to talk about a giveaway I've got coming up. I want to have a 500th video giveaway, and I'm not 100% sure what I want to involve in it. I know there's going to be custom homemade picks. I believe I'll probably put 5 of my homebrew picks in it. I'll probably include a couple of challenge locks. I'm definitely going to include a set of the checkers and chess pins, and probably a couple of stock locks. But that's just my thoughts on it so far. But as far as custom picks go, at least one of them is going to be my new style of pick. This is made from spp'd, and this one's actually just a short hook. And this one here's a DeForest diamond made with spp'd for the handles. So they came out really nice, so at least going to have 1 or 2 of those in there. Definitely going to have one of the really good walnut handles. And most likely a purple heart handle. I'm running a little bit low on the rosewood, but there might be one of these in there as well. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk to you about that. These 2 picks, neither one of these is actually going to be included in the giveaway, but they are going to be given away, just not on my channel. Bobby Keys, these are the picks that I made for your next giveaway whenever you're going to have it. I know you haven't announced one, but these 2 guys are going to Bobby Keys' channel to be given away, because Bobby Keys is a great guy and he's been a great friend, so I wanted to chip in. All right, so let's cut away. We'll get this clamped up in the vise, and we'll show you how we drill these out. All right, so I've got the lock clamped up in the vise, and I've got it set right here where I'm just going to drill that pin out, and the guts are just going to puke out the back side if we're lucky. What I generally use is a 3/16 drill bit, and I go on my high torque setting at a medium speed. So let's see if we can go ahead and get that in there and get started. And probably better if I didn't use a Black & Decker bit. I should really learn my lesson on those. It's just about through. I need to tighten this down here just a little bit, guys. Hold on. Okay. These Black & Decker bits aren't worth a shit, guys. Let's see here. Let's just keep going at it. Probably should have started with the full battery too. That's right. I moved where my batteries go. Heaven forbid that I actually organized this place. Alright, we're going to ditch that drill bit. And I'm going to dig in a box here for a second. All right, let's go with a real drill bit here. I have never seen one of these so ornery to drill. Let me shine my light down there. Yeah, the head of that rivet is still mostly intact. I don't know what the holdup is here. I mean, it is almost there. Yeah, that's got me all sorts messed up. Okay. It is definitely not playing nice. There's the bottom of it. And there's my lock core. There we go. There must have been just a sliver of that head. I must have not have been centered up on it. All right, so we got it apart. Finally. That took forever. All right, so let's go ahead and gut this bad boy. And gut it with the key, because that'll just make my life a little bit easier. But if you guys wanted to see not how to drill one of those out, I think you guys just saw it, because that one gave me way more trouble than I normally do. Okay, so it's your standard 5-pin American lock, just like we've all seen a million times. And go ahead and take these top pins out. Look, we got all serrated. So 5 serrated pins. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to change that up just a little bit. I'm going to see if I have a spool pin. If I don't, then it's going to wind up being 6 serrated pins. These American spool pins are serrated spools, and they're generally only found in the American locks. I've never been able to find them for sale anywhere. Alright, so yep, looks like it's just going to be another serrated pin for 6. And what we're going to do is we're going to ride 6 right off the tip of the key here. I don't know if I'm stuck on the right side of this. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and set that in there, and we're going to guesstimate the size of pin. First off, I'm going to try pin number 6, see if that's the right size. Nope, pin number 6 is too tall. So let's go with size 5. Size 5 is still just a little bit too tall. So going with size, that didn't dump out. There we go. Now we're going with size 4. And 4 fits in there nicely. It's perfectly flush at the shear line. So that's what we got. So now I can go ahead and pin this bad boy back up. Let's see here. And I need a spring. All right. So we're going to stick the springs back in first, as usual. And this lock isn't going to be turned into a challenge lock. It's just going to be sitting in my collection because I don't have any American Series 30 locks. But I do like my American locks to have 6 pins if I do ever decide to use one of them, which I have in the past. Okay. This number 6 pin's always the trickiest one to get in because that follower is right at the edge. There's that one. And these American serrated pins, they're a little bit different than what you'd think from side to side. If you guys ever noticed, and I'm sure a lot of you have, that the American serrateds are a shorter serration on one side than the other. it doesn't really matter to me which direction it goes back in. If I change it up and vary it up a little bit as I'm putting the lock back together, then that'll change how the lock feels, and every chamber doesn't pick the same. So I don't really pay close attention to how I put them back together as far as the orientation of the serrated pins. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put these pins back in, because these are all serrated pins. Okay, all nicely flush. Key rotates perfectly. And we got our clip back in place. So now we can rebuild this lock. Well, I've already destroyed this, so that's just a rivet, so I can't really use that anyway. I can reuse this. That is a hardened plate on the bottom. But commercially available are the nuts and screws for these. So you can buy those, and you can use those after you drill these out. And coincidentally, this is my very last one of these. So, Mr. Bill Bacardi, if you're watching, I'd like to buy some of those nuts and screws off of you. But there we go. Locked up, 6-pin lock with a 5-pin key. Perfect. And now it's headed for the collection. So everyone, thanks for watching. Please stay safe. Don't do anything illegal. And as always, if you like what you see here, comment, subscribe, be part of the conversation. There's many avenues out there for learning Locksport, and I'm happy to be one of them. I'm by no means a know-all, beat-all, and I will never say that I am. As you all can see, I struggled with getting that thing apart good enough. But anyway, if you see a lock out there in the wild and it's not yours, don't pick it.